Yeah.
Hello, Valiant. Welcome to the show.
It is I.
We are back. We are here. I'm your host, Leon Barillaro. I have to do this every time because we chop these up and throw them on YouTube. Here with Valiant Dorian. Valiant, thank you so much for joining us, especially considering the week that you have had. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you so much.
It's been for those who do not know, Valiant just had top surgery, so congratulations. Yes.
Thank you. It's a week of thresholds and milestones. We literally just had a moment where I was like, "Ooh, I'm feeling a little woozy," and they were like, "Can you do the interview?" And I'm like, "I must do this interview. It is for my game. I gotta be here." And now I'm here. I'm feeling pretty good now that I've got some gummy bears on me. Feeling pretty good.
Oh my gosh. Top surgery and gummy bears. I'm so jealous. Before we get started, I do just want to remind folks in chat that we are giving away a Dungeon Year Journal from Panding Games. We'll be giving it away at the end of the next interview, but go ahead and exclamation giveaway chat to enter yourself into the giveaway. And chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you have already typed it, I'm gonna need you to type it again, because Nightbot has decided not to do anything. So please go ahead, even if you've already typed it, just type exclamation giveaway and get in there so we can give this design journal away. I can't get one because I already backed it. But anyway, fair. Yes. Let us begin. So Valiant, please give us an introduction to who you are, what's going on, and a little bit about the beast within.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi everyone, my name is Valiant Dorian. I use him, his pronouns. I'm a TTRPG performer, writer, GM. I wear a lot of hats nowadays, apparently now designer, and I'm also a Twitch variety streamer, and I am the first-time creator of my first ever TTRPG, known as The Beast Within, where folks play as werebeasts, and you will have the ability to transform into a werebeast form and exact your wrath upon the structures of oppression that hold you. And that is the tiniest gist of what The Beast Within is about.
I call it type, but I love werebeasts. And I remember when you described this game to me, yep. I was wilding out, for lack of a better term. And I opened with Jessica about what kind of Draculas you could play in Oops All Dracula. So of course I ask, what kind of werebeast can I be in The Beast Within?
Well, I'm so happy that you've asked this, because there are, as of now, 10 different werebeasts that you can be. I would be remiss to say that. Could you imagine if I didn't have werewolves in here? Could you imagine the sheer mass cancellation I will have to endure if I didn't have werewolves in here? Obviously, we have our werewolves. And the way werebeasts work in this system specifically is that I name them by animal groups, because I want to give folks freedom to be able to kind of manifest how they imagine their werebeast form to be. So, for example, the werewolf archetype are known as the Canis. So if you wanted to be a hyena or a fox or a coyote or something like that, you can absolutely do so using the statistics underneath the Canis beast archetype. So we've got our big dogs, we got our big cats with the Felis, we've got bovines for the folks who love their bulls and their buffaloes, and I would go as far as to say even like bovine adjacent things like boars or rhinos as well would probably work really well under that archetype. We've got were rabbits, we're moles, we're insects for the bug lovers out there. We're bears, lizards, uh, as well as birds and bats for those who would like to fly, well, glide, because mechanics, and turn into those weird beasts.
That's fantastic.
We've got 10, I
Um,
know, and more under the stretch goals. If folks want to help us hit the stretch goals, we have even
under
more.
the oh my gosh. So we got beasts. We got them.
We got them. We
Yeah.
got all of them. Representation matters. I'm Valiant Representation Matters, Dorian. I've got a brand to upkeep. I already got you there.
Oh my gosh, yeah, what, like 5 minutes into the interview, you got me. Yeah, so, I mean, so the game is called The Beast Within, and so I'd be really interested in hearing, more about sort of the, um, how does that play into, like the core of the game, right? Is it more of an internal struggle? Is it an external struggle?
The main inspiration for this game was a really, really old video game I used to play growing up called Bloody Roar, where a lot, and I liked the idea of being a werebeast, and I liked a lot of the stuff that Bloody Roar brought into the conversation of being a werebeast and the mechanics and the things that you explored. What I didn't like about some of the lore was how it went very X-Men in the kind of like mutant struggle. And with the Beast Within, what I really wanted to explore, not to put on the trans hat constantly in anything that I do, but I wanted to explore this idea of because the Beast Within, in my mind, is about tapping into certain emotionality, and I love the idea of Weird Beasts, where it's about tapping into and accessing perhaps feelings or a range of wrath or primality of anger that is not seen as valid or not seen as legitimate because of the way it is being portrayed or tonally presented, and wondering and exploring the idea of what if we were unshackled in that way and able to kind of like unleash the beast within, unleash that wrath, and use it to harness our abilities and grow, and not seen as a wholly negative thing. This tiny trans hat on in that idea, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, I love that so much. So I'm going to show the good
That.
folks at your
Yes.
page. There, boop.
Oh, I get to see it too. Awesome.
Yay! Yeah. So we're 36% of the way there. So Chad, you know what to say.
It's been so humbling, truly. Folks have been very, very supportive and loving towards this project, and I can't thank y'all enough. It's been very, very, very sweet of y'all.
I love, I love the graphics. I love, the blue and the night, all the symbolism here, and it looks like you've got a fantastic team backing you here. So it's a really, really cool project.
And yeah, I'm very, very excited. Our team consists of mostly artists. I believe I'm the only non-artist, like traditional artist there. I'm the writer. And the team consists of my partner Max and my really, really good friend Griffin, who is a very, very good furry artist, who has kind of been on this journey of making a game like this for the longest time, and now we're finally making it. He's like, I'm doing the art, right? Like, this is, you're letting me do this, right? And I'm like, of course. In fact, one of the tiers of rewards allows you to get a special trading card that will be designed by him. We haven't uploaded an image of it yet because we're still working on the design. But we do have a trading card that comes along with it, where it'll be essentially one of the main NPCs that you'll be interacting with in the world of Beast Within as artwork for the trading card.
Spectacular. I wanted to. Oh yeah, right up here. Sorry, I'm scrolling through.
No worries.
I want to
read more of this.
talk about. I gotta read more. No, I want to talk about the D12 dice system because here's a hot take for me. D12 is the best die,
Okay.
and so I really want to hear about this system.
Lovingly shared with your guests over here. I think details are great. I think they're a nice hefty die that don't get seen enough love or attention. I think mostly because it's such an explosive die. You like hitting a 1 or a 2 on a D12 kind of, it feels bad, right? But that's the main reason why I chose it. Is because I wanted to actually, on top of, creating the game for the monster appreciators and furries and those who want to be wereby selves, I also wanted to create a game where folks actually felt comfortable with failure, because that's one thing I've noticed in like a lot of games, in TTRPGs in general, where as even as an experienced role player, getting a failure when you don't want to get a failure at a big narrative moment really bites. It really bites, especially in systems like D&D, where a lot of the success or failure feels very binary. You either do it or you don't, essentially. And the degrees are mostly just degrees in narrative, not necessarily in mechanical boons that you get. So I wanted to create a system where the dice chances were explosive, so I could tap into the idea of failure and being able to channel that failure for future success. So marrying with the D12 system is the Wrath system, where if folks fail, and even if you fail critically, you gain points of Wrath that you can use either narratively or mechanically. So, for example, your opponent has knocked you up, like bashed you around way too many times in combat. You can't land a blow on your opponent, and then suddenly you expend those points to your GM and you say, "All right, GM, I've had enough of this. I've got like 3-4 points of wrath here. I want to clock this person and hit right through their defenses and show them that they're not this invincible force that they've been showcasing this time." It not only fuels the kind of like tempo of the narrative, but it also brings agency back to the player of how they want to play through failure and utilize it to create a much more satisfying success later down the line. Which is why I chose the D12, because a D12 can actually do that for you. You can have high highs and low lows, and they both still manifest to something satisfying for the player.
Love that so much. Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. Oh, and it's like, it's not as swingy as the D20, but it is like, it's chunkier in a way. Like the surfaces are larger. I don't know. It's just aesthetically.
It feels nice. Ever get a metallic D12 and you just chuck it into your dice tray and hear that thunk?
Yeah.
It's a good thunk.
It's a good
thunk. And that's the kind of feeling that my players will have playing this game. I want every dice roll to feel like, yes, I am making a hefty choice here, and it is going to carry with me and like increase the tempo of the narrative drive of this game.
Well, I'm very excited for the Beast with System.
I should really just call it that. This is like the hefty thunk system, the D12 system.
Hefty thunk system.
I'll credit you, obviously. I'll be like, as named by Leon.
Let's see. We have a couple more minutes. I do want to ask, do you have a favorite moment of working on this game so far?
A favorite moment of working on this game? I think finally putting... this is my first ever TTRPG. This is also the first time I ever crowdfunding. And I think my favorite part of like building this game so far has been kind of like slowly weaving everything together when you finally, I guess, kind of like an artist, when you step back and finally see the image that's being formed over the game and the game's identity. I think that's been a really, especially after completing a crowdfunder page and everything, and going, oh right, I'm making this game. This is what this game's going to look like, and I can already see in my mind's eye how folks are able to play it, and finally see it kind of breathing life, I guess, into the project itself. So that's been a
I
good moment
love
so
that.
far.
Fantastic. Well, Valiant, before we head out,
Yes.
I would love to ask if there's
Mhm.
anything else you'd like to share with chat.
Well, chat. Thank you all so much for the incredible support. I hope to I hope to have more folks back, and hope that we hit maybe 50% before the weekend is up. That would be incredible. And we still have plenty of stretch goals, both financial and non financial. We are 18 away from hitting our subscriber threshold of a stretch goal, which will be a designer live stream where I would talk with my members of my team, and we'll be talking about designs for the Beast Within, some sneak peek on how layout's going to look like, and yeah, we've got some really exciting stuff planned. So hope to see y'all support us in that way.
Excellent. Yes, chat, please head on over to, check Valiant out on Twitter, check out his Beast Within crowdfunder page. That's in chat. It's literally right under my face right now, so you have no excuse. Go. Valiant, thank you so much for
No
joining us
worries.
today, and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Great to be here. Bye, everyone.